This is our city, our home. This is where our story unfolds. It's where our families come together. It's the communities that surround us, with all the memories and histories that they hold. It's wild imagination and fearless determination. It's precision and innovation. It's courage and it's hard work. And guided by our dreams, it's where we find hope. Behind the scenes, in sweltering heat and freezing cold, we stand witness to this great story. And each day, we go home tired. And we go home proud. Brick by brick, wall by wall, street by street. We built this city. And we built it together. We are Toronto. We are LiUNA Local 506.
Justice, feel the power. Honor, feel the power. Strength, feel the power. Giving the best every time.
In 1919, waves of general strikes throughout the industrialized world made new demands for social and economic reform. On May 15, the entire wagering force walked off the job in Winnipeg in support of striking construction and metal workers. There was a profound sense of injustice and a determination that society could run differently. In 1919, Wilfrid Laurier was elected Prime Minister of Canada, and on November 14, Ernest Drury became the Premier of Ontario, leading United Farmers against Sir William Hearst Conservatives. Many Canadians were returning from the deadly trenches of World War I, including a group of laborers that in 1903 founded Local 1, a union that was disbanded in 1917 because its members were enlisted in the war. On November 14, former Local 1 members applied for new charter and founded Local 506 under the banner of the Hod Carriers Building and Common Labourers Union. At the Labour Temple in Toronto, Samuel Tilla Garland was elected president, John York became vice president, Edward Anthony recording secretary, Fred Pipe financial secretary, Edward Picton corresponding secretary, Albert Whitley treasurer, Thomas Skinner sergeant-at-arms, and James Parrott guard. They were all of Scottish and Irish descent. Union dues were set at 50 cents per month. The wage was 40 cents per hour. A pair of work boots cost $7.95. Although Canada was built on the backs of laborers, in those days workers were paid as little as possible.
They were working in a condition less than safe, and for wages less than fair. There was little regards for workers' health and safety.
Garland and his team recognized the compelling need for these underpaid and overworked individuals to band together in strength.
On February 24, 1920, the big demand was for our members to have an increase in their wages. Their wages was 40 cents. They brought it to an increase of from 40 cents to 75 cents.
Increased industrialization brought social problems, largely concentrated in Cabbagetown in the ward, a large area that stretched west of Yonge and north of Queen. Here, poor people lived in crowded, wretched conditions. Housing was inadequate, health conditions were poor. Sweatshop labor was the only employment. As industry grew, unionism also increased, but the movement, as in the United States, failed to organize politically.
Due to the lack of political influence and corporate pressure, the growth of unionized workers was mainly in the commercial construction sector, Our mandate was, and still is, to organize the unorganized.
The booming economy and its factories attracted a wave of new immigrants, mostly Italians and Jews from Russia and Eastern Europe, who settled in the city's emerging ethnic enclaves.
Local 506 was one of the first unions to accept immigrants. On August 20, 1920, one of the Russian immigrants was accepted to join Local 506. A few months later, 2 Italians followed the pattern. On April 20, 1921, 19 Italians joined Local 506, which was the largest non-British group.
The 1920s roared along, fueled by a mining boom that saw Bay Street turn into a veritable gold rush alley where everyone was pushing something hot. The Great Depression followed, inflicting 30% unemployment in 1933. The only distraction from its bleakness was the opening of the Maple Leaf Gardens in 1931.
The first building then it is a history for us under the Industrial Commercial Institution. The big building that our members built is the Maple Leaf Garden. This was one of the first big projects involving Local 506 members.
Following World War II, organized labor experienced a rebirth and membership grew. Construction jobs were plentiful, and Local 506's members began to see their wages increase and their standard of living improved. But on the job sites, workers continued to die. It was the price of progress.
On March 17, 1965, Italian workers were tragically killed during the construction of a tunnel known as Hogs Hollow. Their deaths led to a coroner's inquest and a strike by mostly Italian-Canadian workers. Outcries from the public ultimately led to improved health and safety regulations that saved many lives. These men did not die in vain.
In the 1970s, Toronto became the fastest-growing city in North America. Business leaders were trying to weaken the union movement by using cheap, non-union contractors in an effort to boost profits.
Immigrant workers like the Italians and the Portuguese found jobs in the non-union organizing residential sector of the construction industry, where the laborers were exploited and harassed because they were at the mercy of greedy employers.
Local 506 had its dark days when a revolt erupted from inside the mid-80s and forced the local under trusteeship. The members were able to regain control of the local in 1986 by electing Carmen Principato's team. Principato has been the business manager since.
The union fight very hard to increase the membership. The mandate was to improve the better life for our members, men and women working in construction industry.
Laborers changed the foundation of the city. It went from Hogtown to Big Town.
The members of Local 506 truly did shape Toronto's skyline. Our members are responsible for building of our schools, hospitals, office and retail buildings, projects like Union Station, the CN Tower, power generating plants, Queen's Park, City Hall, and the tens of thousands of other projects that we enjoy today as Torontonians.
In early years, workers learned new skills on the job. Local 506's commitment to provide formal education led to the creation of a training center. There was continuous improvement to the health and safety standards, increased wages, benefits, and pension. Health and safety and the well-being of members has always been a central concern of all organized labor. We have one of the most productive and safest construction workforce in the world, which is credit to LiUNA's investment in skills training. We are a crucial engine of immigration for people coming into our country with nothing but a strong pair of hands in hope to build a future. We will continue to provide these workers with the best training, skills, and opportunity. Local 506's new training facility will equip the workforce with the skills required for the jobs of today and those of tomorrow.
While we keep an eye on the future, Local 506 has not forgot the past. Since 1989, we create a retiree plan, a retiree club, so that when they retire, they will have a better place to spend some of the time and think about the past.
Local 506 has expanded from about 140 founding members to its current membership of 8,000. More mergers have brought other sectors from exhibit and display to hospitality and waste management into Local 506's family. As this local union continues to grow, the challenge is to ensure that laborers of the 21st century will have an organization that remains strong and proud.
My feeling of the 100 years anniversary is looking at the past, thinking of everything that happened in the past and fix and do more improvements in the future, and hopefully we can do the best for our members.
Like Doval, Bernardini is thinking forward.
As we commemorate 100 years of growth, I can't help but feel a tremendous sense of pride for those who came before us so long ago. At the same time, I feel an enormous sense of responsibility to carry on the fight. As members, we must testify that our conviction that the union is the most important voice workers have. Integrity and the power of Local 506 must be defended in the coming years with the same commitment, dedication, and sacrifice that Local 506 has displayed over the last 100 years.
Principato continues to lead with the same passion and strong vision as when he joined Local 506 in 1958.
I am so proud to be part of this great celebration. These 100 years are dedicated to our members. We had a very difficult time, but now we're looking for go forward and enjoy what we've done in the past. With this, I want to congratulate Local 506 for the 100 years, and I got to tell you again, I'm proud, and we said the word, feel the power.
Our goals from the last 100 years will be the same for the next coming years as we continue our quest to be safe, strong, and reliable. As an organization, we continue to look back with pride as we look forward with vision. Thank you to our brothers and sisters for serving our union with bravery and pride. We are united in solidarity.
Justice